Hi, I'm Josh Carving, and welcome to another Death Battle prediction video. But first, we have a couple things to go over, actually. First, we have Sailor Galaxia versus Beerus, which, basically ended up going more or less kind of how I thought it would. A lot of the hacks for Sailor Galaxia didn't end up really being a thing, um, and Beerus's stats just ended up eking out. Um, they did end up using the multiple. Well, they didn't actually end up using the multiple universes aspect. They just used the size of it in that regard. So, yeah, basically, Beerus ended up taking it, which for some reason Dragon Ball fans still say Dragon Ball finally won, even though Dragon Ball hasn't lost a fight since I think Majin Buu in season 2. They hold grudges. Um, so then we had Zuko versus Todoroki, which I did put out a comment on my last video, basically saying that I had been going in and out of the hospital quite a bit in the last 2-3 weeks or so, and I wasn't able to really get a prediction out. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much research for this one either. Um, so I did end up saying that basically, unfortunately, Zuko does lose. Zuko's just such a character that I really like. And I haven't really watched My Hero Academia, but I know of a lot of the feats, and yeah, I basically ended up. They didn't end up using the more recent feat from the movie, which was there was a cloud dispersion feat that's gotten up to country level or something. Um, so they didn't end up using that, but the stadium feat was more than enough to basically clap Zuko, which is sad, but what you gonna do? It's the nature of the hobby. Which brings us to the next fight, one that I really don't care that much about, but we can't have them all. The fight is Wally West Flash versus Archie Sonic. Um, I'll basically put this right out there and say that I believe Flash is going to win. Um, One of the big things is that I believe that Flash does have a speed advantage, just both right out the gate, including supersonic. And from what I was able to find, Sonic can restore if he loses speed. Um, yeah, sorry. So Flash can steal people's speed and add it to his own. So even if Sonic can replenish his own speed, it's still just going to be making the gap in speed larger every time Flash does it, which kind of leads to the situation where just eventually Sonic's going to be an absolute statue. Um, and yeah, just Flash has brought himself back from being turned into a cloud through pure Speed Force finagling. Um, it's just crazy the amount of shit that Wally's done. He's been faster than teleportation. That was literally instant, which is the speed feat that gets him faster. While people often like to point out, ooh, Toon Force, he doesn't actually. Archie Sonic doesn't actually use that much Toon Force, and not typically at least. And there was one time where he was running on a ring, and he's just oh, physics is wonking out. As if that doesn't happen every time Flash runs. And then the throwing a ball of water feat. I think I ended up doing the math on that, and it was still 100 times slower than Flash. And no, that wasn't even just the teleportation feat, that was purely the statement that Wally made when he said that he can react to events that happen in less than an attasecond, and comparing that to the ball of water, and Flash was still about 100 times faster, even if you just assume that that's like an attasecond is the limit of his reactions, which it's not. He specifically said that he reacts to events in less than an attasecond, meaning full things happening, he's able to react to them, and they are taking place in less than an attasecond. So the speed gap in regards to that feat is even more. So yeah, I honestly think that Wally has this in the bag. He's probably one of the hackiest DC characters, honestly, who only ever had problems with anything happening because writers would forget about half of his powers. So I think that's all I'm going to say for this one. I will see you guys for the next one, which, if a certain leak ends up being true, might be John Talbane versus Saberwolf. So I'll see you guys potentially for that one. Bye.